refresh. Cool. Okay. So, I saw a lot of criticism, well, tweets. I try not to read, like I said, a bunch of stuff about it. About the first Avatar, and a lot of people were talking about it's like a white savior movie. And while I get how people can shallowly arrive at that particular point, I also feel like it's a little bit more in depth than that, because it also takes you on the journey of people within the camp or within the military who go rogue and who realize what they're doing is wrong and actually want to stop it. Now, it is definitely something to be said about them deciding to stop it after the damn home tree comes down. And that was such an emotional scene. Like, rewatching that, I'm like, oh my God, they really blew they really knocked down the home tree. Like, I think it's very interesting. And this kind of ties into what we were talking about last night with Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, or Black Panther in general, the like film series, and the conversation around colonization, because at its core, Avatar is a story around that, except for they've now taken it to space. And this planet that, you know, Pandora, that has all these amazing resources that will sell for millions on the kilogram, like very small amounts, millions on the kilogram, if accessed. And humans, I'm not even going to say just Americans, but humans specifically feel entitled to it now that they have discovered it and are coming to take it. And that's the core. Like, but then also there's a love story happening. I thought that, like, rewatching, I didn't even, like, I realized before, but again, I haven't watched this film in like 7 years at least. The story between Jake and Neytiri is like a bomb, like a real love story, like a getting to know one another and truly falling in love. So you have the socio-political conversation or undertones of like colonization. You have a deep love story. You also have, I think, which is, while it is fiction, 100% fiction, shout out to James Cameron, you have a very authentic feeling story around indigenous people to this particular place. It really is like a 10 out of 10. So when people like trivialize it down to oh, it's a white savior film, or that's basically what happened, I'm like, well, maybe you weren't watching the entire 3 hours, which makes sense that you shouldn't go and watch another 3 hours. Now, talking about the original Avatar, I think everything about the film is fantastic. Again, I literally am in the middle of rewatching. Like, I have actually 40 minutes left. Okay, so I gotta make this live quick because I still have 40 minutes left. How many minutes did I watch already? My God, this movie is long, but it's good. 2 hours. Oh, it was 2 hours and 50 minutes. Okay. Cinematography, how they were able to do the CGI. The fact that most of this film is not actually like live action and is animation, but feels like it's real. And it was released in 2009, like shot, I feel like in 2006 or 2007. It boggles my mind. And it really boggles my mind when I look at it compared to other films. Like, I know I was just talking about Aquaman last night, talking about Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and how they did the underwater scene so well. But, like, there's no way that Avatar looks the way it does, and DC is still putting up what the hell they putting up by way of, like, Aquaman and everything else. Like, can you license whatever creative that they have going on over there? Because this looks real. These people look real. The Na'vi look real. Everything about this looks real. CGI, like, there's no gaps or no weird moments that take you out of it. It's fully an immersive experience. And then on top of that, it is a really, really, really well written story that touches, again, all of those things that I mentioned before. It touches the conversation around colonization and imperialism. It touches on the love story. It touches on indigenous life and practices, and how much of a disruption both love and colonization can be to indigenous people's ways of life. Yeah, this film is really, really good. Let me see what y'all saying on YouTube, because I don't have this thing yet. We got a couple people tuned in. Shout out to those silent watchers. And if y'all catching this on replay, this is really going to be a quick live, because I just wanted to say that I got through the scene with Home Tree falling after they tried to like decimate the program, and they started yanking Jake and Grace out of the live feeds and forcing them out of their avatars mid conversation. And then the home tree fell, and I felt myself getting emotional. So I feel like I'm going to go into Avatar 2 and be like a bucket of water, because I'm already like pissed. At the point that I'm at in the film right now, Grace has just passed away because the old militant jarhead was shooting at them, trying to escape out of, because they got locked up for trying to fight back. They, took the paw that they could use to be able to get Jake back into his avatar body, and they put it close to the Tree of Souls, and then the big battle was about to happen. So like that's the part that I have to pick back up on. But it's a I didn't remember how much of an emotional roller coaster this film is, while also being such a beauty and a marvel to see. Yeah, I think that's all I want to say with that. I didn't even remember exactly how it ended, which is why I'm like rewatching it for real before I go and see this movie. Hey Bondi, welcome in. But I just can't understand, like, especially in rewatching like live right now, I really cannot understand everybody's qualms. And I need to share this video. There's another YouTuber, his name is Nathan Zed. He's huge. He creates really hilarious commentary, whether it's like social commentary or like media commentary, and he talks about people hating on Avatar and the sequel, and like the onslaught of like negative conversation around the follow-up, and it is just hilarious, like so hilarious. So I'm going to share it to the community page so that y'all can watch it, and I'll probably also like put it on my IG story so that you guys can click the link to watch it, because it's so hilarious and it's so spot on. The fantasy of it all, I think that like, even with thinking about this follow-up coming at the time that it's coming, while I feel like it's like hella late, like we wanted the follow-up way sooner, this is a perfect time, because Avatar is a film franchise of true like fantasy and escapism, while still giving you elements of realism, which is what I think in a little teeny bit of education. And that's when I feel like media is operating at its best. That's when I feel like film and television is being used for its maximum impact. Like, inflation is high, gas is high, rent is too high. Let's go to the movies and escape for 3 hours and jump into a whole new world imagined by James Cameron, that's going to be beautifully shown on screen and really take you on an adventure. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. I'm going to try to do a review on Avatar Way of Water, but I don't know. I've been getting so like emotionally invested in some of these that it takes me a while to really process, because I'm like feeling things, and then I can't really process my feelings quick enough to like turn in a review or put up a video immediately. But I'm going to try. I'm going to definitely try. Yeah, those are my thoughts, y'all. Those are my like quick thoughts on Avatar. I'm really excited for Avatar Way of Water. I can't even give y'all predictions because, again, I haven't even finished. I think I have an idea of what happens at the end, but I literally need this refresher, so I'm going to finish watching it. So I can't give y'all any predictions, but I'm really, really excited to see. I'm excited to go back to Pandora for this film. I'm excited to see what the hell happens next with Neytiri and Jake. I'm excited to see like how they get, which I know it's not going to happen in this film, but how they get these damn humans off Pandora, never to return, because that is the only solution. And I feel like I'm low-key, like when I'm watching Black Panther or watching the Avatar, I'm like low-key waiting for them to show the complete and utter defeat and decimation of colonization to give me hope for where we are now in real life. Even though it's not happening in the same way that the colonizing mentality is running rampant, it still goes unchecked. And I'm low-key looking at these films like, can you show us exactly what life looks like without it? Like fighting back and winning. Because we would love to know. But yeah, y'all, those are my initial thoughts. I'm absolutely obsessed with Avatar. I feel like this part of the movie, I'm like really, really sad. So I can't wait to get to the end because there's a little bit of hope I remember at the end. And then I will let y'all know what my thoughts are on part 2, which I'm going to see in about an hour. All right, talk to you later.
That they cannot take whatever they want. And that this is our land. Who's on?